Wilderness season is not a place to find your husband, because you probably will end up on a mega beast. It's probably a counterfeit. I'm pretty sure it's a counterfeit. If you know you're in your wilderness season and you met somebody, I'm pretty sure it's a counterfeit. Good morning. This will be a quick message, and it's about the wilderness season. Exodus has really been sticking and staying with me, and I hope that it may give you some clarity. Anytime you're going from to, especially in your spiritual journey, there'll probably be, because Exodus is drawn out the way it is, it's going to be probably a level of wilderness season. And wilderness season, I know biblically they ended up wandering and being out there for 40 years, but that doesn't have to be your story. I think that's the reason why it's been laid out the way that it is because the wilderness season wasn't meant to be a punishment. It became a punishment because he ended up aging them out because of their disobedience. But the wilderness season doesn't have to be that. And also during the wilderness season, you're going to go through levels of isolation in order to align with God's will over your life, and also to align with the standards that have been set. If he's bringing you out of the straight streets, to me, there's a level of feralness that you're going to have, basically being like a wild animal out there in them streets. There's a level of taming that has to take place, kind of like with the adoption of a pet. If you're getting a very feral animal, then of course there's a level of training that you're going to have with that animal. Same applicable with your wilderness season. There's things you're going to have to relearn. Like there's things I'm even having to reshape and relearn, that I have to take the culture off of me, because in my next season, that way of ideology, that way of thinking is not going to be okay there. Meaning, how I have thought about relationships, there's a level of training that God has got me going through that's not going to be okay in my new season. The things that I have picked up in rom-coms and black literature in regards to relationships is not the standard that God is shaping over my life with relationships. And that could be with friendships, that can be with church relationships that I'm going to go into. I've had to unlearn and am unlearning ideology that has helped me in seasons of survival that I'm no longer in. The Lord had to also tell me, you are no longer in survival season. Everything is okay. We have now created a home, a safe space, a safe haven. So get out of survival season. Get out of survival nature. Because survival is going to make you stay in a mental state of not trusting, being hard-hearted, needing to find the flaws in others so you can be protective of yourself. So if something comes up, you can use them against themselves. Those things aren't of the Lord. So in your wilderness season, become appreciative of the lessons that you're learning. And definitely in your wilderness season, get into your word. Because when they were in the Leviticus and the Numbers and Deuteronomy, there was a heavy understanding of the laws and statutes that were going to be pleasing to God. Jesus came through and kind of like, he doubled down on the fact that you need to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. But also you shouldn't be even thinking bad and negative, but also giving a little bit of leniency in how strict individuals are in those initial rules and laws that were set via Leviticus. So for instance, if someone needs to have their hands laid on them on the Sabbath, that is okay. However, you want to make sure you're honoring having a relationship with the Lord on that day as well. So I hope this was helpful. Like the wilderness season, I'm always so because the wilderness season is so personal. It is such a personal process, and it's not a place in which you want to get comfortable because you're just passing through. Wilderness season is not a place to find your husband, because you probably will end up on a mega beast. It's probably a counterfeit. I'm pretty sure it's a counterfeit. If you know you're in your wilderness season and you met somebody, I'm pretty sure it's a counterfeit. The wilderness season is when you're passing through. So in my mind, I don't think he would have you find your person during that time, but I don't ever speak in certainties anymore. So those are things to think about, is as you're going through your wilderness season, remember you are passing Be mindful of the things that you are becoming aligned with during that season. You should really only be aligning with the Lord. He's probably downloading and imprinting with you. And also, your wilderness season is not can be quick, but you should probably going through some type of pruning process, and be okay with that. Be okay with learning and not trying to get saved one day and then try to go out and be a pastor the next. You want to go through a pruning process, because I'm telling you, the elements that are out there, they're going to recognize that you're new, and they're going to try you with anything. They're going to try you. So, yeah.